Ooh, welcome back to another episode of Timmymon Duel Links. It's been a while since I last saw you, but I'm not gone. Before we get into the video, I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, YGOsingles.com. If you play the TCG, make sure you check them out. They've got awesome prices on their TCG cards, the European print, and yeah, if you use the discount code Timmymon, you get 5% off, and yeah, it helps me to do what I love to do, that's bring you YouTube content. So let's get into my my hero deck, my Masked hero deck. With the new set, we saw the new Masked hero cards. The only Masked hero cards I have in this deck is Masked Change and Anki. And a bit of information how I came up with this build. I started off with the D hero field spell where you take 1,000 damage and you activate D City, and you play Cosmic Cyclones to activate that really quickly. But I noticed after playing a while that I won more games with Masked Change than I did with attacking with the field spell. So I changed up how I wanted to play this deck entirely. So my strategy now is to draw into Masked Change as quick as I can, and yeah. So a way that what I changed, how I changed that was I put in these Vylons so I could search out the poly. So Vylon can dump Vylon or any other card, search the poly, and then poly can make you dangerous, and then dangerous can help you resolve the Celestials, and that helps you draw into these Masked Changes. And that's all I want to do. All I want to do is draw Masked Change and attack them. A really cool combo you have with Anki. So Masked Change's effect is essentially setting a dark hero monster from the field to the graveyard to special summon dark Masked hero. And Masked hero Anki's effect is when it attacks directly, it can attack directly, and so it can attack over monsters. And when it does this, it halves the attack. But what's cool about my build is I'm playing 2 Forbidden Chalices. So in the damage step, that's after the attack goes through, the damage step can negate the effect to halve this attack. So then the attack goes back up to 3,200 attack. So yeah, one shot of that leaves him on 800. And if you have even if you do even 800 damage from malicious before, or I don't know, that's game. Another thing is the reason I play 3 Anki, I know I saw a few other people, they play 2 Ankis, but I play 3 Anki because the other effect is the effect that I tend to use more than the direct attack. So it's when you kill a monster, you can search another change card, a quick play change card, which means a Masked Change. So what happens is if they have no protection, or if you have more Masked Change than they have trap cards, what you can do is eventually you can run them out of resources and then kill a monster with Masked hero Anki, and then it searches a Masked Change. You contribute another Masked hero, the same Masked hero Anki to summon another Anki, or you could tribute one of your other monsters to summon Anki. And yeah, if you're able to kill a monster with Anki, that's pretty much game. So this deck has pretty good matchups across the board. I'm not sure about the new decks. I think the Giga deck probably smashes this, but this I feel like has a pretty decent Sylvan matchup. It's got pretty decent, I guess it's got pretty decent matchups all over the board. Any decks that play traps, like Wall of D sort of traps or econs or stuff, your Masked Change are able to make easy work of that. So I guess let's get into the replays now, and then I'll start talking about the different combos and maybe more about the different matchups. Okay, here we are. This is the first game. This is up against Tia Gardner, and if I recall correctly, she is playing with Gladiator Beast with Holy Guard. And this is a good game to show you how useful Masked Change is against these heavy trap decks. So my hand, I opened with a Vylon. I just thought that was enough to it was enough to summon Dangerous. I decided to dump the Celestial because I want to draw into more Vylons. And yeah, I don't have to make any play. what I'm trying to do is to resolve a dangerous as soon as I can. I'm only gonna negate Murmillo. If he destroys my Chalice, I'm gonna target the other card so it can't tag out. Our opponent here actually makes a misplay and he tries to tag. Probably doesn't know the ruling, but if you Chalice the monster, it can't tag out. This allows me to dump my Celestial, and here I get to draw 2. I draw the Mask Change, and the replay goes through really quickly, but I was thinking to switch my dude to attack and just attack. And I thought for a while, but I ended up deciding to just sit and draw the cards because, yeah, that's exactly why. I might be able to draw into a monster that can just normal summon. Yeah, so because he didn't have a second monster, he has really no way to deal with my dangerous except for tagging into Murmillo. So I'm just gonna use my Econ here. Also my Vylon can attack over it, so so he has to use a trap not only on my Vylon. Okay, here I thought for a long time as well. Oops, pause. I thought for a long time as well here, deciding whether or not I should tribute my Vylon. I decided to tribute for it because the rest of my cards are quick play spell cards. So I have a ton of Econs, Mass Changes, Chalices, they're all in the deck. So I decided to tribute so I could thin my hand down and draw into all of these cards. And this is where you see the power of Mass Change. So I can just activate a Mass Change, summon my dude. He activates a card, I can activate my second Mass Change on my other dude. I choose the defense one because I don't want him to be able to attack into me and tag out. I could have decided to set Econ here, but I just thought if he's top decking, there's no way he can draw anything to come back, and I just wanted to beat him down. So yeah, you know, coming from a being able to play against all these traps is quite easy. So the thing that I did here was not to activate my cards too soon. So there were turns where I could have activated Mass Change straight away and just attacked, but I decided to hold it, to use it as a response to his trap cards instead of using it aggressively. So that's the way to use Mass Change. Yeah, so you save it to respond to something or to get rid of threats rather than using it to aggress. So yeah, you almost never want to use Mass Change without having the thought to get advantage from the Mass Change. Okay, let's have a look. This game's up against Seto Kaiba. He's playing 20 cards, playing Restart. No, that's me, I'm playing Restart. Okay, so I don't know what I'm playing. So sometimes you open pretty bricky like this. Yeah, sometimes you open bricky like this. So here's another thing about Chalice. It's really good against the mushrooms. And because he's not playing any back row, I'm able to just do whatever I want here. And here, because of the Vylon, I'm able to summon my Trinity, and I actually have the Econ set. So this is just game. This didn't even use any masked heroes, but it does show you the explosiveness. Yeah, just the Vylon alone was able to win me the game because it searches the poly. And a cool thing about Trinity is he's also a dark monster, so even though he's quite useless if they can defend against him when you summon him, you can also tribute him for Enki if you wanted to. Yeah, so it just shows you how explosive the set can be. Sometimes you get the awkward hands, but the hands tend to fix themselves really easily if you're able to draw into Vylon. So here's a water deck. I'm restarting. I have no play with that hand.
Duel.
Okay, our opponent's playing Gish Sheath. And here, I top deck the Mass Change, and I think that's game. So here I'm able to pop this I'm only doing it to do an extra 700 damage. So here I'm able to attack. This allows me to search, and then this allows me to summon again and attack. So this shows you how explosive masked heroes can be. Our opponent doesn't even let me kill him, he just leaves. So yeah, that's the main combo you're going to be doing. You're going to be killing monsters and just attacking. I definitely don't think my build is the most optimal build yet, but I think playing masked heroes with restart, trying to draw into the mask change as soon as you can, that's the way to play it. I don't think playing a 30 card deck or a store deck or a control deck is the way to go. Yeah, okay, here we draw a really nuts hand. So we don't know what our opponent is playing, but we have all of these cards. We've got such a nuts hand, and because he set one, I wasn't afraid to attack into it, and I was able to use a main phase mask change because did I use a main phase mask? Yeah, I used a main phase mask change because he has no back row, so there's nothing he can really do about this play. And this allows me to search, using my Enki to search another mask change. Actually, I could have used Vylon's effect as well to banish my second malicious to thin out my deck, to add the poly. Does it matter? I don't think it matters here, but that would have been a better play. So here, there's nothing he can do. I'm just attacking and then attacking again. Yeah, so this is why I feel like this deck has a pretty decent Sylvan matchup. Sylvans is a deck that's dominating at the moment. So yeah, this is a pretty good deck to beat Sylvans. And up against the last player up against is a Mako Tsunami. Let's see. I think he's playing Whale. We bricked with the dangerous. Oh, not dangerous. We bricked with the Dreamer, but we drew the Dreamer again. We only play one Dreamer. Dreamer is one of the cards that I want to cut. And yeah, so there's no way you can stand up against this deck if you don't have any back row. And even if you have back row, if we have multiple mask changes, there's also not much you can do. So you have to set up a huge board that our monsters can't get over, and that's how you beat masked heroes. I think Cyber Angels is a deck that does pretty well against masked heroes. So maybe before the KC Cup, I'm gonna have to do a new list of what decks to bring. Look at this combo, man. 2 Enkis and a Dangerous on board. That's sick. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a new top decks for the KC Cup. Let's get into one live game to show you my thoughts and how I play live, and some analysis. There are so many decks that I want to build with the new set. So yeah, keep an eye out on the different deck lists I post up during the next week. There's so much I want to do. We're up against a Bandit Keith. Is that 30 cards? No, it's 20. Here we're definitely gonna restart. Ideally we get a Vylon. If not, a 1600 attack is fine. We get nothing, but okay. It happens sometimes. Let's just sit there. Okay. As long as we don't get OTK, I think we might be fine here. So what I want to see is just a Vylon. Okay. What I want to see is any monster. And we really should have set the mask change Actually, was he playing balance? He's not playing balance. Maybe he's playing restart. Maybe if he was playing balance, would I play that differently? Probably not. Gonna summon the Dakini. Okay. So I'm gonna take one. Doesn't matter which one I want to take. I think. Yeah, I think I'll just take this one. And we hope he doesn't discard. Because if we draw a monster, if he discards... Okay, he doesn't even discard. Okay. Any monster, I think is game. Well, not... Is it game? Maybe it's game. So Enki attack, that's 12, Econ take, that's 300 short. He's thinking what to discard. Any monster? That's the best monster. We'll discard this because now we can summon two Enkis, and he has nothing to protect them. We're gonna main phase this, and we're just gonna search the poly just in case it matters, but more so to thin the deck. Yeah, I think it'll probably be game without the poly. So we're just gonna double check his grave. Yeah, he's got no protection. We got Econ and Cyclones, yeah. So let's attack this. We get mass change. So we can mass change, attack directly, Econ take, and attack the game. Alternatively, the safer thing to play around Karibo would be to mass change this, attack over this, search another mass change. But because I think he would have just Karibo'd the first dude if he had it. Make sure you stick around for the analysis, because I want to talk more about the different matchups. This deck has pretty good matchups. And easy. So explosive. So there you have it, guys. This is my take on the Masked Hero Mass Change deck. And I think this deck can by far be better than it is here. I'm still iffy about the Dreamer, and maybe the Decider can be another card as well. But I really like the concept with my build. Try to get I keep saying Vylon, it's Vion. Make a dangerous, thin your deck, draw into your mass changes, your Econs, your Forbidden Chalices, and attack for game. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I want to talk a little bit about the matchups. I usually talk about it before, but we'll do that after. So last time in the last KC Cup video, I said Res was a good deck. I think I said Water and Aliens and I don't know, Magnets and maybe Sylvans. Like, these were good decks to play for the KC Cup. That has totally changed. I almost think Res and Aliens and are quite unplayable at the moment, because you know, if you try to steal anything, you can just mass change them away. So yeah, you can get rid of the counters really easily. You can, if they attack you can chalice them. They'll kill their own monsters because they won't know you lose attack. Yeah, I think this deck has a really good matchup against these decks. So like Red Eyes, Aliens, Magnets, they all do the same thing. This deck has a pretty decent matchup against him. If you're ever able to kill a monster, you're able to just search out the second, kill a monster with Enki. You're able to just search the second mass change, and your position is just really good. The only worry in those decks is the monsters that are bigger than 2,800, and for those you just have to econ take and kill them. You don't have anything else in this build to deal with that. It's got a decent matchup against Sylvans. I wouldn't say it's a good matchup, but it's pretty decent. If you have Chalice and if you have Enki, if you have these cards against Sylvans, I think you should be okay. Yeah, I think Sylvans is closer to a 50-50 matchup, whereas the other ones are very favorable for this. What else? From the new set, we also have Gegias, and Gegias is the deck that you would use to beat this deck. And Gegias is like the new Ancient Gear deck, but much more powerful. So we'll do a video on that soon. So Gegias beat this deck, and probably the Vision Hero, Vision Hero Witch Raider. There's a cool deck with this card. I'll also do a video on that. That deck is also extremely powerful. So with the new box, I think it totally changed up the meta for the KC Cup. And yeah, make sure you check out the videos this week, and I'll give you more information on what decks to play and how to really prepare for this coming KC Cup. So yeah, make sure you smash the like button down below. Leave a comment how you would improve this build of how you play your Masked heroes. So yeah, that's it from me, and peace out guys. See ya.